What's up YouTube, it's Heretic here, and welcome back today as we take a look at another expanded format deck profile with Florida Regionals now in the rear view mirror. Two things we are looking forward to are expanded format for the Philadelphia Regional Championships and then the Evolutions expansion, which will be launching here, pre-releases starting this weekend. And today's deck is Mega Manectric-Garbodor. Our main attacker is Mega Manectric-EX, a 210 HP Mega Evolution Pokemon, about average. And for a Lightning and a Colorless, Turbo Bolt deals out 110 damage and attaches 2 basic energy cards from your discard pile to one of your bench Pokemon. Consistent damage, 2-shotting things, and keeping energy accelerated onto the board as well just makes Mega Manectric really good. And the regular Manectric-EX is pretty good too. Overrun for a Colorless, dealing 20 damage and then 20 damage additionally to one of your opponent's bench Pokemon. And then Assault Laser for a Lightning and a Colorless, dealing 60 plus 60 more if they have a Pokemon tool attached to them. So pretty solid all around. 2 attacks on the regular and then the Mega. Our support Pokemon is Garbodor, who actually can attack in this deck. Not really something we go for, but Garbotoxin, when he's got a Pokemon tool attached to him, shut down all abilities, yep. And then we run the Tool Drop Trubbish, of course, which actually is a very viable attacker in this deck, dealing 20 damage for each Pokemon tool attached to any Pokemon in play. So it adds up a bit more quickly than you might think. For a one-prize attacker, if you hit anything that's weak to Psychic, a Gallade, a Mega Mewtwo, an opposing Mewtwo EX, just so many things you can wipe out so quickly doing that. And we also play a Wobbuffet for first turn item lock. This is also good for if we lay a big hit down with Mega Manectric or Trubbish or anything else. You can use Psychic Assault to finish it off, essentially doubling the amount of damage they have on their active Pokemon through its attack, and then adding an additional 10. And then you have Bide Barricade, which, as long as he's active, no Pokemon's abilities work except for Psychic types. So he doesn't shut down Garbodor, so Garbodor will override this guy. But otherwise, he's just real good first turn, wall off Shamans or whatever for a turn, and then just explode into your Mega Manectric, get your Garb set up if you need it, and then go from there. So that's our basic line. We've got one Mewtwo as a tech attacker. This is kind of on the fringe with this. We don't run double colorless, so you have to Mega Manectric or take multiple turns to charge him up. So kind of on the edge, but again, it's a nice little Gallade counter. Just another one to have on hand. You could also run Mew from Fates Collide to do kind of the same thing. But I kind of like Mewtwo for this. And then we have one Shaman and one Jirachi, kind of the standard split and expanded since Getsus is available to us. Item cards are extremely simple. We have Computer Search for an Ace Spec, because grab any card, why wouldn't you? We have 3 Battle Compressors to dump energy and supporters to get back with Mega Manectric and VS Seeker. Then we have 4 Trainer Mail, 4 Ultra Ball, 4 VS Seeker. Really standard stuff. Room for the full 4 Trainers Mail is always nice. We get into our supporters. We got 4 Sycamore, 2 N, 2 Lysander. Again, very standard kind of supporter lineup to have and expanded outside of a turbo engine. And then we got Getsus, again, the king of the format. And then we have Colress for mass draw power and AZ to get potential prizes off the board, as well as potentially getting out of a sleeping Hypnotoxic lock. So, nifty little things you could do there. Works against Excelgor too, which is kind of fun. So we'll get into our stadiums now. We got 2-2 split here between Parallel City and Rough Seas. Parallel because even though Rayquaza is weak to Lightning, that thing sets up so fast, and regardless of who goes first, you're going to be in a tough spot where they're probably going to just take the first knockout anyway. So being able to parallel them down once or twice can definitely be big. You can also use it to get your own Jirachi and Shaman off your board. And then Rough Seas, just obviously because you can heal Mega Manectric, which has a lot of HP, and you can just set up 2 of them and just retreat back and forth and use Rough Seas to heal. So that's our 2-2 stadium split. We have 3 float stones since we run Garb. I like to play a minimum of 6 tools with Garbodor most of the time, outside of Sableye, of course, and at least 3 of them being float stones, so pretty solid. And then the 3 Manectric Spirit Links to go with our 3-3 Mega Man line. And then lastly, 7 Lightning and 2 Psychic. Just a little more emphasis on the Lightning. I usually see a 6-3 split, but in this instance, since we're not really aiming on really attacking with Garb, obviously you need the 1 Psychic to go with Trubbish and Wobbuffet, but we have compressors for that. And I think just emphasizing the Lightning to be able to make sure that our Manectrics are able to attack as frequently as possible just really seems beneficial. So that's why we're going with 7-2 here instead of 6-3. But anyway, that's my Mega Man Garb list, and we're going to take it into a game. Okay, so it looks like a Psychic variant we're going up against here to start out. Watch that be Trevenant. Hey, we won the coin flip. Good things do happen. Okay, so I guess that Jirachi kind of bails us out of what would otherwise be just an absolutely dreadful hand. Okay, now he's playing Garb instead, so it looks like a Mega Mewtwo deck and expanded. Like, is that even a thing? I guess so. Okay, yeah, there's the Spirit Links. Notice he was running Shrine of Memories, though. It's kind of interesting. Hopefully next week I'll be able to show you guys, next week or the week after, I'll be able to show you guys my expanded Mega Mewtwo deck, which I'm actually pretty excited about. Okay, so we draw the Trubbish. Don't really think we're going to be needing Garbodor this match, but we could still use Trubbish for Tool Drop, which would be pretty darn hilarious. So we can put those down. Spirit Link up here. Energy. And I think we just go Jirachi here. So we'll have some choices. Let's see, we could grab the Getsus and kind of play high risk, high reward. Go ahead and do that. First turn Getsus is pretty good. Play that down. We get one, only two. Okay, and of course he has a Shaman, so it's just not relevant. Okay, we draw Computer Search and Sycamore off of it, though. So that's pretty good. Alright, so I think we're going to hold this Parallel City and probably just pass the turn here. I mean, yeah, he has the Shaman, but otherwise I'm not really scared of anything I see in his hand. Like, I mean, obviously it would suck if he Skyload for like a Tool Scrapper or a Megaphone, but it's really about it. So he's going to play the Skyla. He grabs an Ultra Ball, though, so he's probably just going for Hoopa. Okay. So Hoopa is gonna, I guess, come out and start slewing Mewtwo's down on the bench. Okay, so he discards a Garb and a Mega Turbo, so I think he also realizes Garbodor is kind of pointless here. So we're gonna see Hoopa come down and Scoundrel Ring. And I actually don't think that Mega Manectric is really going to be our featured attacker in this game. I think we might use one early, but the more I look at this, the more I'm liking the idea of Wobbuffet and Trubbish as our attackers. So he does put his Stadium down. We see a Shaman, so gets 5 cards. He's got 3 Mewtwo's now. I really hope if he runs a 4th one, it's the secret rare. It's ugly, but he'd have 4 different Mewtwo's. So he's gonna Trainer Mail there for a Parallel City. Attaches a Psychic Energy to the Mewtwo. Another Shaman here for 2 cards this time. And we do see a Spirit Link go onto that active Mewtwo. Another Spirit Link onto one of the benched ones. And we see a 30 damage Shatter Shot come from his Mewtwo. So we'll go ahead and draw. We do get another Manectric. So we can place that down. And we'll Computer Search here, and I think we can actually try to take advantage of the situation and get that that Jirachi off our bench. And I think in this instance, we could actually grab our Mewtwo, which is going to be a pretty nice attacker to have in this matchup. So go ahead and put that down. We can evolve into Mega Manectric, and we will Parallel City that Jirachi off of our bench, which is a pretty good idea, I feel like. And then we'll just VS Seeker for that Sycamore we discarded. Take a fresh hand of 7. Oh my god, no energy? What is this? Okay, so we'll T-Mail here. It's an Ultra Ball. Don't really think that helps us much. Don't need the Sycamore since we have a VS Seeker already in hand. I suppose we can just T-Mail a second time. Okay, we find a Float Stone. It's not super amazing or anything, but I guess we can grab it. Could put it on the Mewtwo maybe. Yeah, that's fine. It does give us another Pokemon tool to work with. And I think let's see, we can't Mega here. So do we take that hit? I think in this instance, oh my goodness, because we can't Shaman. So I think in this instance we retreat to the other Mega Manectric here, or regular Manectric, I'm sorry. And maybe we can hit a Spirit Link off of that last Trainer's Mail, or maybe he bumps our Stadium and then we can Ultra Ball for a Shaman. If not, we can just kind of sit for a turn, can manually Mega. So he's Sycamores here. We see Special Charge, Parallel City, a Psychic Energy, and an N go the way of the Dinosaur. Another Spirit Link. He also drops a Float Stone, so he's done the job for us. He's put 4 Pokemon tools down. We've also got 3 of our own, so that is 7, which would be 140. That is 280 damage that would come from Trubbish now. And so there's no point to the, like I said, to the Garbodor, but Trubbish can be a force to be reckoned with here. We just need to hit an Energy and probably a Battle Compressor to be able to get Mega Manectric swinging. So we do see him Ultra Ball here, a couple of Psychic Energies, I think. Yeah, and he grabs the Mega Mewtwo. So that's going to evolve, and we'll see if he's got... Okay, so he plays a Shrine of Memory, so we will be able to Shaman now, so that actually works out well for us. Instead, he just Shatter Shots for 30. It's not enough energy to take advantage of Psychic Infinity. So we will go ahead and... Let's see here. We'll T-mail here real quick, see if we can't hit it. No, we do hit that, though. I will take the Rough Seas. Go ahead and put that into play. And let's see. Let me just go ahead and... Alright, so we're going to go ahead and grab this Shaman. And then we can also put this Manectric down. So, more Manectrics on the board than I would have liked, but go ahead and get a 4-card setup here. And we do hit the Spirit Link, so okay, we can play that down. We can Mega Evolve. Go ahead and take advantage of Rough Seas here before we forget. And definitely not going to be using the N, so I think we will attach the energy and just use another Professor Sycamore here. So unfortunately we have to throw the Wobbuffet, which kind of sucks, but that could have been a lot worse. So Battle Compressor? There we go. It's just what the doctor ordered. So we can go grab Psychic Energy, most importantly, out of the deck, and get one of our Lysanders down there as well. And then we can Turbo Bolt here. Let's see, we gotta retreat this one. And that'll give us some damage on the board to work with, and we can accelerate these 2 energies onto this Trubbish here. Okay, so he attaches a Float Stone to Shaman. We do see an N here, so he's going to get a fresh 6. We will as well. And really just, as long as he can't damage change, I think we'd be okay. If he does, we just retreat anyway, so I guess it's still not that bad. We just see him T-mail here for a VS Seeker. There's a Trainer's Mail for a Mega Turbo, so he'll be able to Psychic Infinity at the very least. See if he's got a pair of those and maybe a double colorless energy that would get him a knockout. Do see 1 Psychic return. And we'll just see a Psychic Infinity for 130 here. And I don't mind trading these knockouts. We actually won't need to go into... Sorry, that was my train of thought. The Trubbish here, we can just knock him out with Turbo Bolt instead. So we could Parallel if we wanted to. I don't think that's really the best option at the moment. I think we probably want to keep healing. And maybe we can try to accelerate some more energy. We do have 3 energy cards over in the prizes too. That is absolutely insane. So we will just, I think, attach one over here, and then we're just going to Turbo Bolt here, get a knockout, and force him to have to Mega Evolve again. We'll claim 2 prize cards as our own, and we do see... Okay, we do get an energy, so we can charge up the next Mega Manectric and recover these 2 energies. We do have one Psychic left in the deck. So we see him VS Seeker for N and just play it. So that'll drop us down to 4 cards. We just need one energy. It doesn't really matter which one. We draw Colorless, so okay, we'll get a pretty big beef out of that. We see a double Colorless go onto the Mewtwo on his bench, and he not retreats. He just ends his turn. So we'll heal again, and we can just blow that thing right up. That Lysander we're sitting on. So we'll retreat into Trubbish, Lysander up his Mewtwo, and Tool Drop for a massive 320 damage. And so we'll take a knockout just like that. We get our other Trubbish off the prize cards as well. So it brings up another Mewtwo. Surprised he didn't bring up the floating Hoopa. It attaches a double Colorless, and we may see the... Okay, we're going to see a VS Seeker for an N again here. Okay, that's not too surprising. And, well, we got an energy at least. I mean, we got 2 Mega Mans charged up now. Okay, he just scooped, so he didn't get the Mega Mewtwo. Alright, so we got 1 game down. Trubbish kind of, you know, just doing its thing after Mega Manectric sets things up. And so we are 1 down, and we'll go play another. And, oh, Jesus, that Night March. I thought Karen's existence was supposed to make Night March not a thing. Maybe should have ran that Jolteon. Oh, jeez. Insult to injury. Make us go... No, don't go first. You're playing Night March. Go second so I can Getsus you. Unless he's playing this deck. I guess that's possible. Alright, so we're just gonna put the 1 Manectric there and... Okay, yeah, I think he actually is playing this deck. Alright. Mirror matches, yo. That'll be interesting. So, oh geez, it's a $200 Ultra Ball. So what does he... Okay, so he plays the Karen, yeah. It's Karen and the Professor Juniper. Grabs the Hoopa. Alright, another card we don't run. So Hoopa's gonna go grab 2 Manectrics and a Shaman. Alright, so yeah, it's 2 Manectrics and a Shaman. Dang, gold Ultra Ball, full art stuff. I expect gold Mega Manectrics. He's got full art Shaman too. Which I actually don't think looks as good as its regular art counterpart. He sets up for 3. One of these Manectrics did get a Spirit Link. Okay, I guess he opened with Computer Search too. So he discards a Manectric and another Ultra Ball. So Computer Search away like, I don't know, $200 and something there. I don't know what full art Manectrics are worth. So, alright. Floatstone comes out, that goes on to Trubbish. Wobbuffet hits the board, so he's probably going to retreat up into Wobbuffet. And we do see an N here. So far, everything is full rarity. I also do appreciate the Phantom Forces Wob and not the stupid lipstick one. So energy goes on to Manectric. There's a Battle Compressor. Alright, so Lightning, Psychic, another Wob. Okay, so he's playing 2 of those. Alright, and passes the turn, so he doesn't bring up the Wobbuffet. Interesting. So we'll T-mail. Alright, we got some choices here. Let's see, we already have an Ultra Ball. I'll grab a Floatstone. And we'll T-mail again. Or the AZ, I think. No, we don't have a Sycamore. We should probably take that. Alright, so Wob can go down. We will Ultra Ball away the Mega Manectric and the Lightning Energy. And we can go find... Let's see, do we just want the Trubbish here? I'll take another Manectric. Try to get ourselves set up early. And do that. And float the Wobbuffet. And we'll set up here for 5 cards. Not too bad. Spirit Link, please. Nada. Colress. Don't have to throw all our supporters away. Seems decent. So we can do that. I'll attach an energy to the Manectric, and we're going to Colress for 8 cards. That sounds really good right now. No Spirit Links, rip. Okay. I guess we could try to parallel. I don't really think... I mean, that would just help him if we burned his bench down. So, yeah, no, I'm thinking not. We'll just overrun here. Get 20 damage down, force him to put the Rough Seas into play. Okay, so he does evolve into Garbodor. Interesting. I probably wouldn't have done that. I do appreciate the secret Garbodor, I suppose. Alright, he's going to end us back down to 6. I mean, for an 8-card hand, this wasn't that great. So, I guess we just kind of work with it. But I think this is actually better. He ended us down 2 cards, and I'm pretty sure we drew a better hand. I really don't mind that there's Garbodor there. So second energy goes on to that Manectric. So he can, well, right now he would Assault Laser for only, yeah, he's going to go to the Wob. Because he would only be Assault Lasering for 60 damage. Okay. So I guess we would be able to parallel ourselves here. Put that down. Attach. And we can computer search. He says we have a good die. That's the same one you're playing, dude. Alright, so got some choices here. Grab a Mewtwo as well. That doesn't seem too terrible. I think I kind of like that idea. Not really sure what it's going to do for us, though. Suppose we could put it and just not parallel. It's probably the best option. Alright, so we get the Spirit Link, but we don't get the Mega. So that's kind of disturbing. Like, we just completely whiffed the Mega in all accounts. So no, I don't even want to attach that. I honestly wonder if I don't even want to use Assault Laser here. I think we just overrun. Try to slowly build up more damage on that Manectric that has the energy. And he's got, I think, 1 energy of each type in here, yep. So kind of a chess mirror match going on, and of course we've got our lead attacker up front, which is in harm's way, of course. We do have at least the Spirit Link. We just see another VS Seeker. So he's going to N again, send our hand back. So this is the 3rd time he's used that same N, if I'm not mistaken. He's Seekered twice. So we hit the Spirit Link again. Still no Mega. He puts Rough Seas down, so he's going to be able to heal. It's kind of annoying. And he does get his Mega Manectric out. At least it's the gold one. Gotta hope he doesn't have a Float Stone. You see a Psychic Energy land on that basic Manectric. Okay, so there's another Manectric Spirit Link. And he passes his turn at that. Alright, so we draw the Mega, so we can go Spirit Link, Mega, and we have the option to parallel here. Let's see. Which seems like it might be a decent idea. We can, let's see here. Got 1, 2, 3 Pokemon tools on his side. Yeah, we'll go ahead and put the energy there. And let's see, if we would parallel away Shaman, and I don't really know what else, to be completely honest. I don't really want to parallel the Mewtwo, so I think we just discard it. Okay, so we don't draw much here. It's kind of just garbage, not gonna lie. So we'll Turbo Bolt for the first KO, and we'll get 2 energies back, so we can just get the second Manectric charged up. Get just 1 prize, but that 1 prize could turn into a 10-card Colress here in a moment, and I have no qualms about that. Okay, so he puts a Trubbish down now. We do see a Juniper, he discards Manectric-EX. Another energy goes on the regular Manectric on his bench. It would be between the Assault Laser and the Turbo Bolt options here. See if he decides to bump the stadium. Okay, so he is just going to retreat into the regular Manectric instead, which can do 10 more damage. So he hits for 120 instead of 110. Now we have 1, 2, and he's got 1, 2, 3. So we got 5 Pokemon tools in play. He's got 6 cards. We could even try to Getsis him here. Go ahead and attach that float stone. What do we do here? So many things. I think I just want the 10 card Colress right now. Let's just draw everything. Alright, so we do get the Link, and we get the Ultra Ball, so Garbodor, and we don't really need that right now. We'll go find another Mega Manectric. Okay, so that's cool. Go ahead and get another Mega Man into play. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4. He's got 1, 2, 3, so 7 Pokemon tools on board. We can, let's see, do we have any energy in here? Nope. So I think we just attach here, and we can retreat, heal some damage, and Turbo Bolt here. Now he'll be able to Lysander and finish that thing off, which is what that extra 10 damage is really useful for over the course of 2 turns. Then of course we'll just be able to return that knockout, so that's with a fresh Mega Manectric, no less. So that is kind of the trade-off you get there. So he does Lysander. Alright. So if he does the 120, he can knock it out. Then he'll lose his Mega Manectric directly afterwards. Or regular Manectric, sorry. Okay, so he's going to start to get the Trubbish charged up here, too. He's going to try to bring Garbodor, or not Garbodor, Tool Drop as a thing, which could take out our Mewtwo. We do have to be wary of that. So we'll bring up the Mega. And we do have 2 energies we can accelerate now. So we can accelerate to the Wobbuffet or to the Mewtwo. And if only the Wobbuffet was charged up right now, that would be a perfect attacker. So instead, I almost think we can Getsis him here. Go ahead and do that. So we hit only 2 cards, so it leaves him with 2 Mega Mans, a Trubbish, a Rough Seas, and a Wobbuffet. We take away an Ultra Ball and a Float Stone. No supporters there that are really too much of a big deal, though. So that's definitely noteworthy. We do have the Psychic Energy in the discard pile as well. So we can attach one to the Mewtwo here, and I think we're going to power up the Wobbuffet then. Either that or we could power up another Trubbish. That actually might not be the worst option either. But no, I think we're just going to stick with the Trubbish. So we do get the KO here. And we'll go ahead and power up the Wob. So we get N and another energy off the prize cards there. The number of Pokemon tools is quickly dwindling. There's now only 5 on the board. So maybe next turn we can try to take advantage, either KO his Trubbish, which of course he now has 2 of, or we can take out the Hoopa, which would put us in an even bigger spot, assuming he doesn't N us, which he did not. Instead we just see a Turbo Bolt. So I would expect the Trubbish with nothing on it would be the one that gets the energy here. Exactly. Okay. So we can take advantage of Rough Seas. And he's got the sad face. Okay. So we'll attach to the Mewtwo. And I think we just retreat here, bring our Trubbish out, and we can Lysander up Hoopa and take a KO. And nah, I'm not going to put that down. You can just Tool Drop here for a knockout. So 200 damage, and that'll drop us to 1 prize. Hopefully he doesn't top an N. So we are able to hit another VS Seeker and an energy off those prizes. Okay, so he hits a Juniper instead. I really have no qualms with that. Let's see. 2-2, another Garb. Okay. So he does have 2 Trubbishes fully charged up. We see an Ultra Ball. Discards a... Okay, so wait. He runs 4 Trubbish in this thing. My goodness. He's got 1 under the Garb, 2 on the board, and he just discarded 1. Going completely opposite route of what we got going on here. So he fails the Ultra Ball. We are going to see Turbo Volt, which KOs us. So we yield a third prize to him, but we can just bring up Mega Manectric and finish the job here on that Shaman that he just charged up, or either one of the... actually, anything on his bench. So, having that extra Lysander in hand. Of course, we got VS Seekers for days. So we can just knock it out. And it's going to make us attach energy, unfortunately, so we're just going to throw it over here. And so that's the game. So a mirror match, not something we get to do too often on here. But, you know, you're able to kind of see the way that you would play such a game, I think. And, of course, we had the Mega Mewtwo game before that. So definitely, I think, you know, just managing your energy, managing your numbers. We saw him try to do the play with Assault Laser, and we were able to overcome that. So ultimately, we finished out pretty well. And so that's 2 games with Mega Manectric Garbodor, and I will see you guys next time. Cheers!